In the peaceful town of Glenwood Falls, a chilling mystery lurks beneath the surface. When young Emily Carson vanishes, the community is thrown into turmoil. Detective Mark Holloway and Emily's best friend, Sarah Mitchell, uncover a sinister pattern of disappearances linked to a shadowy figure known only as the Shadow. As they delve deeper, they unravel dark secrets and confront a malevolent force that threatens their town. The Shadow in the Night is a gripping tale of fear, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Today we will talk about The Shadow in the Night, a chilling crime story. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It began on a cold November evening when Emily Carson, a young and vibrant college student, vanished without a trace. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through Glenwood Falls. The Carsons, a well-respected family, were devastated, and the entire community rallied to support them. The local police, led by the experienced Detective Mark Holloway, launched a full-scale investigation. However, as days turned into weeks with no leads, the case grew colder and fear began to spread. Emily's best friend, Sarah Mitchell, couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. She remembered Emily mentioning a shadowy figure that seemed to follow her in the days leading up to her disappearance. Sarah took it upon herself to piece together the puzzle. She started by retracing Emily's last known steps, talking to classmates, and visiting places Emily frequented. Her determination and intuition led her to discover a hidden side of Glenwood Falls, a side filled with secrets, lies, and sinister activities. As Sarah dug deeper, she uncovered a pattern of disappearances that spanned decades, all seemingly connected by a mysterious figure known only as the Shadow. This enigmatic presence had been a subject of local folklore, whispered about but never truly acknowledged. Some said it was a ghost, others believed it was a malevolent force. However, Sarah was convinced that there was a real person behind the myth. Meanwhile, Detective Holloway was making progress of his own. He found a link between Emily's case and a series of unsolved crimes from neighboring towns. All the victims had one thing in common. They had all interacted with a charismatic drifter named Jack Sullivan shortly before their disappearances. Jack had a knack for blending in and disappearing without a trace, making him a prime suspect. Holloway's hunches led him to believe that Jack was somehow connected to the Shadow. One fateful night, Sarah followed a lead that took her to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Inside, she discovered a hidden room filled with disturbing memorabilia, photos, trinkets, and personal items belonging to the missing victims. Among them was Emily's favorite necklace. The realization hit Sarah like a cold wave. She was standing in the lair of the Shadow. Simultaneously, Detective Holloway received an anonymous tip that pointed him to the same warehouse. When he arrived, he found Sarah, terrified but unharmed. Together, they explored the room, piecing together the evidence that connected Jack Sullivan to the disappearances. It became clear that Jack had been using the legend of the Shadow to mask his true identity and terrorize the town. As they prepared to leave, a figure emerged from the shadows, Jack Sullivan himself. A tense confrontation ensued, with Jack revealing his twisted motivations. He had grown up in Glenwood Falls, neglected and abused, and had taken on the persona of the Shadow to exact revenge on the town that had failed him. His calm demeanor contrasted sharply with the malevolence in his eyes, sending chills down Sarah and Holloway's spines. The situation escalated into a physical struggle. Despite being outnumbered, Jack fought with the ferocity of a cornered animal. In the ensuing chaos, Holloway managed to subdue Jack, and Sarah called for backup. Jack was arrested and taken into custody, his reign of terror finally coming to an end. The aftermath of the ordeal left Glenwood Falls in a state of shock. The townspeople grappled with the horrifying truth that one of their own had been behind the legend of the Shadow. Emily Carson was found alive but traumatized, hidden in a remote cabin Jack had used as a hideout. Her recovery was slow, but with the support of her family and friends, she began to heal. Sarah, on the other hand, channeled her experience into advocacy. She established a support group for families affected by crime, providing a safe space for them to share their stories, heal, and support each other. Her initiative quickly gained momentum, drawing attention from neighboring towns and inspiring similar movements. Detective Holloway and Sarah Mitchell were hailed as heroes for their roles in solving the mystery and bringing Jack to justice. The investigation also led to the resolution of several other cold cases, providing closure to families who had long-awaited answers. Glenwood Falls slowly began to rebuild its sense of security, though the shadow of the past would linger in the memories of those who had lived through the ordeal. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.